Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to walk you through each of the Cloudflare settings screens for this particular domain that we've just set up. So I'm going to walk you through, show you what each of the settings is, and then I'm going to tell you exactly how I use it, what my recommended settings. I've been using Cloudflare for many years, and over time I built up a lot of knowledge and made some mistakes, and I'll share those with you and show you exactly what settings I think would be most beneficial for you to use. So the first screen is pretty simple. It's called the overview screen, and if you've only got one domain, that's where you'll land. It'll pre-opened in your Cloudflare account. So you can see here we've got our domain name. The status is active in the Cloudflare network. And then we've got quick actions. This is quite useful. So you've got two options in here. One is under attack mode. So if you're being DDoSed, which we talked about in an earlier video, then you can click on under attack mode, and that will instantly stop all of the traffic to your website and filter it to make sure that only the real human traffic is getting to your website, and it will filter out all of the DDoS attack type traffic. The second one is to put it into development mode. Now this is useful because it stops Cloudflare caching anything. So caching means temporarily storing any information about your site, which makes it faster for people to read. But if you're making changes to your website, you're doing development, theme development, just uploaded a new post, then you can switch your website into development mode, and then it will expire in 3 hours time. So you don't have to come back and turn off development mode. It will always auto expire after 3 hours. Your security is still in place. It's the caching that the development mode turns off. So it means you'll see any changes that you make to your website, you'll see them reflected instantly instead of having to wait for the cache to expire or manually expiring the cache. I'm going to turn that off for now. So development mode is now off. Now remember, that would have turned itself off after 3 hours, so I don't have to manually go and do that. Down here is a little link just hidden away. There's some useful things in here as well. So if you click on the advanced link, you can pause your site in the Cloudflare network. Now this is different to putting it into development mode. For the first thing, when you hit the pause button, that's a permanent change. You have to come back and unpause that site to put it back onto the Cloudflare network. Now it will still work as per normal, and Cloudflare will still be managing all your DNS records perfectly well, but what it does do, it exposes your website to all of the traffic coming in from the internet. So Cloudflare no longer acts as the go-between or the proxy between the internet traffic and your website. So when you pause it on the Cloudflare network, then you need to be really certain that you know what you're doing, because it's going to expose the IP address of your server to the general public, and it's going to remove all of the security and all of the speed upgrades that Cloudflare provides. So I've just paused mine now, so you can see that it's still on the Cloudflare network, but I need to come back in and hit the resume button to make sure that I get the full benefits of the Cloudflare network. Okay, so it's back on the network. The other one you saw in the advanced tab was the ability to completely delete your site or your name servers from the Cloudflare network. So be really careful with this one. Make sure you've already got them set up somewhere else and that they're working before you ever hit this button. There's no real need to hit this button unless you're done with Cloudflare and you're moving away. Below this is a shortcut section, so you can click on these links to go to the particular settings. I'm not going to bother clicking on them now because I'm going to take you through each of those pages individually anyway. And your subscription, so you can change your plan if you want to upgrade from your free plan. There's no real need to. Throughout the course, I'll be pointing out to you some of the differences and some of the advantages of a pro plan. You can make that decision later, but I don't really think you need to be upgrading to the pro plan just yet. Okay, so that's the overview screen.